How's it going, Chubbadumps? My name is OhBugTB and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through all the upcoming changes to Shadow of War for the July 17th patch as discussed in the developer live streams. There's a lot to go through here, guys, so I'm going to get through it as quickly as possible as I know you're all very busy people. If I forget to mention anything, please don't forget to leave it down in the comment section below and I will pin any more information there. Pin any more information there. Starting things off, the max level for Talion and the player has raised from level 60 to 80. This of course means all of your captains will also be able to reach level 80, and any enemy captains will be able to reach level 85. However, in the developer livestream they also discussed how late game there should be a greater variety of orc captain levels, so this prevents you from having to shame every single captain you meet late game, which if you hate the stupid hand scar on the side of their face, you will love. In addition to that, in order to counter out the fact that you're going to have a greater max level, all missions now have a bonus to the amount of XP that it will give. Before, you used to get around 9,000 experience for a Nemesis mission, and as we saw in the developer livestream, that goes up to around 13,000. So of course, if you want to start a new save and go through all the story missions again, you will level up incredibly fast, especially if you activate a boost that you may have stored up from before the marketplace was taken out. So you may all be asking there, well, if I get up to level 80, doesn't that mean I have an extra 20 skill points? You are correct. However, what they've announced is that you can now get prestige skills. These will just be added on to the end of every single sort of aspect of the skill tree. As you know, you've got your Wraith and all those sort of other abilities in combat. And now you'll be able to just get a small little bonus, which whenever you put a skill point in, won't count as being bought, so you can just continue to buy it over and over again. And this will give you a percentage increase. For example, in the story prestige, you can increase the amount of might gain you gain by 2% per skill point. However, when you buy it the second time, that percentage will be reduced to around 1.78. So of course, you won't be able to get insanely high, but it's theoretically unlimited. And that of course means once you reach level 80, you'll be able to continually fill up the EXP bar and effectively level up to level 81 and gain a skill point, but of course not actually increase in level, if that makes a lot of sense, guys. But effectively this just allows you to upgrade your character even more, and yeah, it just looks like a really good change. And of course, if you really like having even more strong captains, then you'll be great. Now, you'll be good to hear that because, of course, when you get up to level 80, those captains will be much stronger than a level 60 captain, as their health and damage will generally increase, alongside the ability for them to gain even more traits. As I mentioned before, with shaming, there has actually been some more changes to shaming. Now, every single captain has 2 resistances to shaming. This means that whenever you reduce their level by shaming, they won't lose any skills for the first 2 times. However, their general strength and health will also decrease just because of their level. That's not connected to any traits they actually have. This means by the 3rd shame, they will be able to lose skills again. If you use the worse than death skill, which you gain after completing the Bruise storyline, the level decrease increases, but the captain will still have those 2 resistances. But this of course means when using this perk, you can actually effectively mold captains, as the greater level decrease will give them more time to develop new skills without losing any by the time they get up to level 80 again. So I think that's quite interesting to be able to actually mold captains instead of just getting lucky with what skills they get. And I think that's really happy. I'm quite happy they've done that. Of course, the scar is still very annoying, but you know, maybe in the future they'll give you the ability to turn that off or something. We'll have to just see. One new setting has been added to the options menu, the ability to turn off saviors. This was a relatively minor change, but this also means you can, if you want to die to a captain, to either increase their strength and or increase their chance of cheating death, none of your allied captains or 4th Orc from that DLC that they added in will kill the enemy captain against your will. Furthermore, the chance of having a captain cheat death has also increased late game, so this feature will become even more useful than I previously thought, as you'll now actually be able to effectively force captains to cheat death, even in the late game, where it becomes almost, it just doesn't happen pretty much. But of course, now they've increased the chance late game, you'll actually start being able to get some more interesting scars late game. If you want to learn more about captains and cheating death, please check out Uruk Solo's YouTube channel. I think he's an absolute great guy. He's done in-depth guides about all the scars and cheating death for both Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. I think he's a great guy, so go check out his channel and just look at those videos because they are very interesting, and he does a really good job with the cinematography in those videos. So there you go. Well, bang! I'll probably put his link in the description below, and I'll probably put it in the end screen as well. Right, moving on. Along with the previous changes, there are also some minor changes to captain traits. A new necromancy skill for captains has been teased in the livestream, but they have refused to give any information. I am fairly certain this will be an automatic self-resurrection for the captain with the trait, similar to how Zog acted in his storyline. Of course, this is all speculation. However, the word necromancers was specifically mentioned, which could mean necromancer could become its own separate advanced class, like we saw in the gameplay reveal last year, instead of it just being a random ability attached to cursed mystic tricksters captains specifically. Moreover, Beast Slayer has been changed slightly as well. They have revealed the likelihood of getting Beast Slayer on a captain has been reduced, except for Beastmasters. This of course means that they have become more relevant, as even after the previous buff, Beastmasters are still pretty weak. But this was also done because beasts in general have been buffed. In the developer livestream, they discussed how the damage to beasts do against captains will become a percentage of health rather than a flat amount. What this effectively means is beasts will always do the same proportion of damage against the captain regardless if they're level 5 or level 80. So if you enjoy using beasts, these changes will allow you to use them effectively all the way into late game, which I think is quite good. The ability to change trading orders has also been introduced, but this time using Mirian. Before, people would be able to acquire hundreds of thousands of worth of Mirian and have nothing to spend it on, because after you've bought the upgrade for your fortress, you'd never have to rebuy it. And essentially getting really good training orders, like upgrade to legendary before it became a thing you could do in online pit fights, was almost entirely based on RNG from loot boxes. Thankfully, they are removing the marketplace and microtransactions from the game. However, without loot boxes, they needed to create a system so we could actually get these training orders. And so therefore, you can now put in, I think they showed off about 5,000 Mirian to get one of the epic traits. You can just add onto your captains. And I think this was just quite a good way because, of course, an early game character won't be able to get insanely strong captains, but in a late game character will be able to. And so I think it just adds another level of grind on there, and I think that's quite good. That's pretty much all of the main gameplay changes. And so now we're going to move on to some of the nicer, juicier stuff. It's all about what your character looks like. It's pretty good, guys. In terms of the gear and appearance of Talion himself, a lot has been added. Firstly, new skins, including the Celebrimbor skin from the Shadow of the Past missions, and a secret ring skin has been added. Although the new skin will not be revealed until the update drops, many people speculate it will be a Sauron or Witch King skin, as there are literally no other characters that could fit this ring concept. The most anticipated part of the entire update must be the new Nazgul masks Talion can equip. They will act as a cloak piece and will be seen on the character provided the player uses either Talion's skin or Baranor's skin, as all the other skins' armor do not change. That's including the Eltariel skins and the guy, Baranor's brother. I'll flash it up on the screen here. I've forgotten. There are 5 masks total, and they are being shown over at the Shadow of War Facebook page. The details on the effects of these masks is being kept secret, but we do know the player can acquire Helm Hammerhead's mask, which carries the ability to summon an elemental Graug. Pretty cool. The masks are expected to be Isildur, Helm, and Suladin, which of course were the 3 main Nazgul that you fought throughout the storyline, and the sisters from the Galadriel DLC. However, the final mask has been kept a secret. I think it will be the Witch King's mask, as he's pretty much a Nazgul, which will of course mean that Sauron will be the final skin, because I don't understand why they'd introduce a mask for the Witch King and a separate skin. I think that'd be dumb. So, yeah. That's a little bit more speculation, of course. We don't know for sure, but I think the likelihood of that happening is quite up there. Lastly, the ability to upgrade gear has changed. After completing the upgrade challenge for gear, the ability to pay Mirian will be offered, allowing the player to fully upgrade the gear to their level. This means if you get a really special effect, I don't know, like sets, like the Unlimited Might one, that's quite a good one. When you get Unlimited Might after killing a captain, I know that one's quite rare and I really love using that one. But say you get that on a piece of gear, okay? Then you'll be able to use that piece of gear for effectively the rest of the game. After you've done its upgrade challenge, which I think is just pretty good in general, especially since you will no longer be able to buy loot, like actual gear in boxes anymore. Similarly, a perfect gem, which of course amounts to around 200 basic gems after you've merged it all together, can be used to re-roll the ability on any piece of gear. In the developer livestream, they showed they were using a damage gem, like the warrior gem, the perfect warrior gem. However, I imagine they will allow you to use the wealth and vitality gem as well. But of course, For legendary gear, the bonus effect will be changed, not the legendary effect, which is the one in purple, or the set bonus. But hey, there you go. And that about wraps up everything discussed thus far on the developer streams surrounding the July 17th update. With just over a week left before this update drops, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I will have some dank quality content for you guys the day the update starts, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you thought this video was useful, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, as I've already said, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.